Good morning, dear students. So, today we are here to study a poem written by Sir Walter Scott, My Native Land. Now, speaking about Sir Walter Scott, he was a Scottish historical novelist, poet, playwright, and historian. He is a novelist, poet, playwright. Playwright means one who writes plays, and historian. Many of his works remain classics of both English language literature and of Scottish literature. Classic means the best performed, most of his works, okay. Some of his most famous works include Ivanhoe, Rob Roy, The Lady of the Lake, Waverley, and The Bride of Lammermoor. He is arguably known for creating a new literary form, the historical novel. So, this is all about the poet. My Native Land. So, by hearing the heading itself, you can understand it's a patriotic poem. Now, listen to the poem.
Breathes there the man, with soul so dead, who never to himself had said, "This is my own, my native land," whose heart had ne'er within him burned, as home his footsteps he hath turned, from wandering on a foreign strand. If such there breathe, go, mark him well. For him no minstrel raptures swell. High though his titles, proud his name, boundless his wealth as wish can claim. Despite those titles, power and pelf, the wretch concentered all in self, living shall forfeit fair renown, and doubly dying shall go down to the vile dust from whence he sprung, unwept, unhonored, and unsung.
Breathes there the man with soul so dead, who never to himself hath said, "This is my own, my native land." What's the meaning of that? Breathes there the man. There, out there stands the man. It's not about any particular person, but in common. About all those people who will come under this category, what the poet is talking about. Breathes there the man. Anybody who is. That's the meaning. Breathes there the man. With soul so dead. See, it's a kind of oxymoron. Means opposite ideas are put together. Can a man dead breathe? But he did not say the body dead. He said the soul so dead. Why the poet has used the term soul so dead? When we stop breathing, the body dies. But soul can die even when body is alive. Note that point. Mark what I said. Breathes there the man with soul so dead. Even if your soul dead, you can still breathe. That's the meaning. So that kind of a person is he who never to himself hath said, "This is my own, my native land." Okay. Now, who are those people in the context of this particular poem who is breathing with soul dead? It's such kind of people who has not felt proud about his own land and called his own native land my native land. This is my own. Okay, those who don't do that, they are the ones whose souls are dead. We just had the Independence Day last month and all felt patriotic. Is it only for that particular day we feel, or do you feel it as long as you live on this land? Or even if you are going out to any land, do you feel for your motherland? If you don't feel, poet says, you are a person whose soul is dead, but you are still breathing. Breathes there the man. The man is breathing with soul so dead. There is no life in his soul. Why? Who never to himself hath said, hath means has, said, this is my own, my native land. If you don't say to yourself, if you don't feel that patriotism within, you are just living existence with your soul so dead. Actually, it's not the body that gives life to a person, it's the soul. All that is good is attributed to the soul, and all that is worldly is bodily. That's why, as soon as you stop breathing, we don't keep your body painted, polished, dried on a pedestal. No, we don't do that. What do we do? All of us know, right? As early as possible, dig a pit, put in that, cover it, collect some, or we collect some firewood and burn it. Maybe I may sound it harsh reality, but that is the reality. Why body is useless? It's only an outer cover for the soul. What gives life is the soul, whose heart hath never within him burnt, as home his footsteps he hath turned, from wandering on a foreign strand. So, strand means somewhere foreign land. After you have lived in a foreign land, or you might have been working, or you might have been visited, whatever reason may be, you have been out there or in a foreign land, and when you come back, whose heart hath never within him burned. Again, he continues from the first line. That person's soul is dead, whose heart within him don't burn. You feel a kind of burning, a kind of fire inside you for your country, the love for your country. When as home his footsteps he hath turned, when you reach home, the moment your footsteps touch your home, you should feel a kind of burning inside the heart. Those of you students who are away from your village or your own home, when you return home, the moment you touch the courtyard, what do you feel? A kind of homecoming, right? Your soul is filled, that kind of a feeling. From wandering on a foreign strand means a land. After living in a foreign land, when you come back to your own land, if you don't feel that kind of burning within your heart, then you are as equal as dead. That is what the poet is trying to tell us. If such there breathe, if there is such means such man is there breathing. Now what we need to do? Go, mark him well, means take note of that kind of person. For him no minstrel raptures swell, means minstrel raptures means it's a kind of minstrels are musicians. They will not sing any kind of praise of whatever he has achieved if he has no love for his own land. High though his titles, he may be a person with high titles. Proud his name, he may be someone very great outside the country. Boundless his wealth, may be very, very rich. as wish can claim, whatever wish he can get, that much of wealth he might have. Despite those titles, par and pelf means money, especially that which is gained in a dishonest way, okay, like corruption or because of the money, whatever it may be, he may be any great man outside. The wretch, concentrate, all in self. Concentrate means come together. All, someone who doesn't deserve respect. The wretch, he is a man who is a wretch, who doesn't respect his country, who has no patriotism. Concentrate all in self. Concentrate means to come together at a point. All, he is a wretch, he is a kind of person who should not be respected because he has all kinds of bad things within himself. Living shall forfeit fair renown. He may be living, but he shall forfeit fair renown. All he will lose. Forfeit means lose his good reputation and fame. And then what happens to him? And doubly dying. He will die twice. How is that? His soul is dead and his body is dead. So he will be doubly dying, and he shall go down to the vile dust. They will go down to the dust, not even to the mud, not even to a proper tomb. Vile dust, from whence he sprung. From whence means from where the person has come up. So the person who is civilized cannot be so unrespectable towards one's country, one's motherland. Suppose some of you students, by the time you reach 10th standard, you will decide, oh, Chaibasa is so bad. I'm going to study in Vishakhapatnam. I'm going to study Delhi. Oh, St. Xavier's. I am tired of studying there. We want that, this, right? See, this is the same attitude where you have taken your first step as a child who started your learning from your alphabet, and the moment you reach 10th and get few marks, immediately you think you are great, right? You understand what I am saying? So this is the kind of, now let me come to you. This is a Scottish poet who has written that. Now, when it comes to such kind of children, should be treated as dead in soul, who have no respect towards teachers, who have no respect to principal, who don't respect your own land, your own village. So this is the same Chaibasa, is your homeland. So what is your attitude? Let's not think about the Scottish people. Think about yourself. And such kind of people, when they die, they are equal to dust because they come from dust. They have no civilization. Unwept, unhonored, and unsung. Nobody will be celebrating the death. Celebrate means, nobody will honor the dead. Just like any other animal, they will be thrown into the mud. See how the poet is despising such people who despise their own motherland, who don't feel a kind of attachment to your own motherland, to your own home, to your own culture. So, what you can take for yourself from this poem is, see, the moment you get a little bit of education, do you forget your own motherland, your own culture, your own Indianness? Do we forget? In India, of course, for the adults, it is sari. Sari is a uniform, or salwar, or whatever may be. It's of course not jeans and half pant or half shirt for the girls especially. But what are we doing? We are aping the culture. Aping means just blindly following. So please keep all this in mind. And poet says to such kind of people, are the ones who are dead and they are just breathing. That's it. So please take what you need to take from this poem.